Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be pulling off a very interesting kind of green eye today. Green is one of those colors that is my favorite summertime yummy look, and I'm actually gonna only use one palette to shoot this look today, just one. I recently picked up a Wet n Wild palette that was very intriguing to me, and so I have a lot of the Wet n Wild palettes. I think Wet n Wild does a great job with a lot of their small palettes and just kind of pulling off some very powerful color pigment inside of those tiny palettes. And so I found one that was not in my collection, and I was at my local Walgreens the other day, and I was actually pretty excited because I found a new one, and that's kind of on the rare occasion for me. So I'm not gonna do any inserts today, but I will show you just what the palette looks like, and I will show you each color that I'm using. But my focus today is to show you that you can pull off a complete eye look using just one palette. One thing that Wet n Wild does a really good job of doing is at least telling you what shades can be your transition shades, because I talk a lot about using those transition colors so they kind of just give you a guide so you can kind of move the other colors into position where they're supposed to go. So the first thing we're going to start with is moisturizing my skin, because it is like so dry. I was just telling my husband that my skin was dry, so I'll just wash my face with my very favorite skincare that I've been using by a company or a brand called Bliss, and I will link them down below. But you guys know how much I love the Hydrogenius. Now the next thing you'll see me try in my next video is the Garnier water cream, so I'm kind of curious about that. But today I just have my Hydrogenius, and guys, I give myself a little squirt, and then I just kind of go all over the face. You guys know that I don't have perfect skin, never had perfect skin. I just strive to get to a place of perfect skin. So doing that, I'm also gonna go in and try to mattify my T-zone as much as I can. Cannot wait for you guys to see my July favorites video, because I have a few things in there that is skincare and makeup related that I am excited about sharing with you. And if you guys have not seen my recent video, I just published a video a few days ago. My publishing days are Wednesdays and Sundays, which at times it can be a struggle, but we just try to get through it. I have not cleaned up my brows, but my brows are done. So I was going to clean them up a little bit. You guys, I am still using my Flower Beauty brush that I really like for my brows, and to clean them up I use the Master Conceal right here by Maybelline, which is absolutely wonderful. So I take this Flower Beauty brush. I don't want to say they discontinued this brush, but I think I got this for like maybe like $5 or so, if that. But I'm trying to stay on a consistent posting schedule, so you guys are not looking for me with a microscope, okay, or a magnifying glass, whichever one. I'm trying to make sure that I stick to my schedule, and I have some faithful watchers on here, which makes me very happy that you guys still remain very faithful. So I'm just cleaning up these brows a little bit so they don't look like they're just so disheveled. So here is my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, and I go in and I just try to clean all this up and make sure that my brows are ready for eyeshadow, that this area looks nice and neat and ready for eyeshadow. So I'm just using the leftover concealer that I have here that I clean my brows up with. I don't want you guys to be fussy over stuff like this. I'm not super fussy over it. I'm just putting this down so it's gonna kind of act like a primer. But I am gonna go in with my L'Oreal Infallible. And guys, I use it so much. You can go back into my previous videos and see that this stuff is like gold. So I'm just gonna go in and use this. It's kind of like my primer for my lids. I do this all the time. And I prefer to do my eyeshadow first before I do any of my foundation, just because of fallout and whatnot and stuff like that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, guys, this is a Wet n Wild palette, and it is in the, what is the name of this palette? Let's see, I didn't tore the name off, y'all. I'll link it down below. Forgot the name, but it is absolutely gorgeous. So here are the colors. We're going for the greens and the browns in this palette. But first I'm gonna pull a transition shade, which is right here on the end. This peanut butter looking color. And we will go in even with a darker brown. But this is what we call a transition color. And you can use different colors to transition with. It doesn't always have to be this lighter shade. There's some very bold looks I've seen with other shades. It could be a bright shade as your transition color, depending on what you're trying to do. But I do love this kind of light transition type color. I don't think there are any names. Nope, there are no names. That's why it's good to just, you know, Wet n Wild is one of those brands that their brand is very affordable. So, you know, I can understand trying to cut corners in some areas just because they're already bringing you a pretty powerful product. So I would definitely, I don't really care about the names, but I'm gonna go in to this deeper brown right here, and I'm gonna concentrate that more on the very top of the brow, more so up here. Wow, that is a really nice pigment on that. This palette to me is a great travel palette too. Wet n Wild, you can carry a few of their palettes because they're like family together. Not such a word, but family. But they're just kind of put together in such a way, like purples. Then you have like your yummy type of just your taupey looking shades that go for more of a neutral look. And then you have, you know, your grays or your charcoal colors. And then you have the bigger palettes like such as this that give you a little bit more color selection, color quality as far as pulling off different types of outfits. Notice that I'm taking a little bit more time to concentrate that up there in my crease area. The next color that I'm gonna go in is a little bit of a shimmery color. It's this green right here, and I'm going to kind of put that green in that crease as well. I'm going to pick up a different brush. Let's see. I'm gonna go with my Morphe M5. Let's see, which Morphe brush is this? M503. Okay, this is really a first impression kind of green. Let me see if it needs to be sprayed just a little, because it does have a little shimmer in it. So I'm going to give it a little spray and see how it responds to that. It's not a bad green. I'm expecting to build it up a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to build it up. But I won't write it off just yet. So keep in mind that shadows need a little help at times. But I do want that to be a lot deeper. So in order for me to increase that depth into that green that I want, I'm actually going to go into a Profusion palette that has a really pretty green in it called Quest. And this is my Chocolates palette by Profusion, and I'm going to go right there into that green. It's a really deep green. See, that's what I was looking for. And see, once again, here's another very affordable palette with a great color payoff. Okay, I'm back into my Wet n Wild because I want to make sure the color quality is even. Now I'm going to dip back into Quest and punch up that green like I wanted. And I have a little bit of fallout. But I want you to see how easy it is to just bring a little bit of color into your looks. Don't be afraid to pull in color. Okay, we do have a little fallout, but once again, don't be afraid to pull in color. Okay, take my I'm gonna go back into that brown that is right here in that palette, and I'm going to punch up that crease a bit and make sure that that's a seamless divide between the two. I want you to notice that there is still a little bit of white space right here below my right on top of my lashes there. I left that white space there because we're going to put a shimmery shade down on that lid. And guys, I'm going to go into this shimmery shade right here, and I'm going to use my finger and not a brush. Wow. It's like a greenish, bluish. Love it. Love, love, love it. Okay, before I go for the rest of this face, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of winged liner on. Okay, so I'm gonna take a small brush and I'm gonna go back into Quest and kind of pull in a little bit more of that green that I want to see, and I'm using a smaller side of the brush. So I want to make sure that I'm only in that area of the eyes. Okay, so while we're doing that, I'm gonna actually take a, let's see if I have it right here, a green liner by NYX, and this is in the color, let's see, Revolution. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so I've moisturized my skin and we've kind of started completing the eyes, and now I'm going to go into putting on a little bit of foundation. I've already primed my skin with my Honest Beauty primer, so we're going to go in and put a little foundation. Guys, you know I'm still in love with my L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear foundation. I had a little brain fart. I usually take about 2 pumps of that. And then I'm gonna take my Tarte Kabuki brush. I don't know what it is about this foundation, but it is like so holy grail to me. I've been trying the CoverGirl True Matte Made foundation, which is really nice, and it goes on really, you know, smoothly. But I always tend to use this one and just kind of fall back to what I like, and just, you know, I love that one too, but I've been using this one for well over 6 months now, and it smells good. It goes on really well. It goes on really light. It doesn't feel like it's heavy. It gives pretty good coverage. There was a time when I needed full coverage, but not so much so. I had someone ask me about do I pull the foundation down onto my neck? A little, not so much more in the, you know, in the summer, just because we're sweating and I don't want the foundation all over my clothes. So I try not to pull it, you know, down, way down onto my neck as much. Not like where it'll just start to destroy my clothes. Can't do that. Now I'm gonna go in with my NYX banana powder, and I'm just taking a fluffy brush so I can set all of this. So I'm setting this in place. It's time for me to repurchase my Maybelline Fit Me. I use it as like a contour. As you can see, it's at the end. I'm going in with my butter bronzer to warm me up. I'm going to do a little bit of concealer. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the color Cashew. You guys know I have talked about this. This stuff is really, you gotta go very quickly using this. Cannot go slow. Look at me putting concealer. Goodness gracious. Cannot go slow. I'm using my Total Sponge by e.l.f. I'm gonna go in with my banana powder to kind of set this makeup in place. I'll go back and re-bronze. So we're going to wipe all this away. I already got foundation in my hair, y'all. Concealer. I'm going to go back in with that bronzer. And make sure I soften everything up. Okay, I'm gonna set my lashes up. Not done yet, but I'm just gonna set them up. I was using some Ardell glue first when I was doing my lashes, and the Ardell glue is good, but that Kiss Lash glue, girl, bye. That Kiss Lash glue is, woo, it is nice. I'm gonna go in with my Rimmel Maxi Blush in the color Sweet Cheeks. Gotta get this out of this concealer. That's what I say, y'all, that concealer is strong. And we will carve out this. We will carve that out. Okay, for a different touch in my inner corner highlight, I'm actually gonna go in to this color right here. It's a little bit of a yellow color. I'm gonna dip my little brush into that, and that's gonna be my inner corner highlight. I love it. How pretty. Y'all, this palette, you'll love it. Love it. Love, love, love. I'm gonna put a little bit of mascara on these lashes, and I'm using the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. And I just put a little bit on here to make sure that they blend. well. And before I kind of complete this look, I'm also going to go in back with that palette with the lighter green and grab that. Okay. Normally I'm off camera putting on my lashes, but if you guys want to be here for it, then hey. So I just take the lash and I pull my eye, and then I go to the lowest part of my lid. They're very simple to put on, but it's just getting them to stay put where they are. See, it's a very simple lash. These are my favorite. I mean, just look what it does to the look. They are like my fave lashes because they're so glam. They're my absolute favorite. This eye is much easier to put on than this one. This one tends to act up like a misbehaving child. But I just think they are just like the most beautiful lashes like ever. Guys, you know that if my eyes are this deep, then I tend to go a lot lighter on my lip. Okay, so I'm gonna dust this away right here. I'm really loving my eyes a lot. So I'm dusting away the bottom right here to kind of show that contour line a little bit better. And I don't have on any mascara on my lower lashes, but I'm gonna go ahead and pop on I'm still with my NYX Butter Gloss, even though I'm not wearing Tiramisu. I'm actually wearing a color called Fortune Cookie. Which I like a whole lot just because it's still one of those neutral color. And then guys, in my last video I talked about the new highlighter that I was using, and it is by Wet n Wild, and it's their loose highlighter, and the color is called I'm So Lit. So I'm gonna take a fan brush, and guys, I'm actually gonna spray this highlighter just a little bit to see. I didn't do that last time, but whoa. See, I have to share it because that's how strong it is. That's how strong this is. Beautiful. Love this stuff. Like, this is my new like holy grail highlighter. It is so stinking gorgeous. Just like I'm loving this Fortune Cookie on my lips, and I just love the way this look came out. I'm gonna add just a little bit of mascara to my lower lashes, and then we are out. And then we'll give ourselves one last spray. And yes, I'm still using my Olay Mist, and this is in the fragrance Energizing. Smells so good. But this is the look that I absolutely adore. You guys know I'm always glad that you can join me here on my channel. Green is one of my favorite colors, along with yellow. So I'll try any color. You guys know that I'm pretty bold when it comes to my eyes. I just try to keep it tame on my lips. I will not wear a look like this to school just because it is more of a kind of going out or just your summertime look. My kids, they need to focus on me versus what's on my eyes. You guys already know, if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel down below. We are growing, happy about the growth, but I also know with growth it takes a lot of work. So I'm also very appreciative. My husband pushes me and pushes me and pushes me so I can make sure I put these videos out twice a week. And always excited to bring you guys new content. Until my next video, I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.